Skip, are you surprised by Lonzo's debut?
No, I wasn't, because of what Magic Johnson said sitting in this seat a couple days back. He warned us. Patrick Beverley, he'd been warning Lonzo all week. Patrick Beverley's coming for you. And did he ever come? So it was a nightmare. It was an opening nightmare. But you just have to remember that Patrick Beverley is simply the best point guard defender in all of basketball. And he's the flip side of Lonzo Ball, because he was undrafted and he had to go over and try to prove himself in Greece and Russia, and then struggle all the way up from the bottom of the NBA to the position he's in right here, right now. And he has a chip on his shoulder that was never bigger than it was last night. Not because of Lonzo Ball, but because of LeVar Ball. And they were exchanging glares and taunts during and after the game. And he made it clear, he said he went up and told Lonzo, you're going to have to be ready because of that he called it riffraff, all the things that LeVar has spoken about. He's already better than Steph Curry. Really infuriated Patrick Beverley, who just flat out played possess last night. But he made it very clear after the game. He said, make no mistake, and he went this far. He said, Lonzo is a great talent with a good feel for the game. But the father is the problem. That was the whole message from Patrick Beverley after the game.
Echoing what everybody else is saying.
Everybody else is saying. So, to me, given the epic buildup, you were there last night, right? Chris Broussard was there. He's going to be on our show. Rob Parker's there. He's going to be on our show. Everybody was there except us. Well, we have to sleep a little bit.
Someone's got to work for a living.
Yeah.
Joy.
Just the.
I'm here.
She's here.
That's a hologram.
Really? I like it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But given just the magnitude of the hype as it was opening night of the Magic Lonzo era, I actually thought Lonzo played okay. He didn't play terribly. He had 8 rebounds in the first half, which is pretty extraordinary.
Yes.
He had only 2 turnovers for the game, but he came out tight. He's always unselfish to a fault. He shot tentatively to start with. And the guy I was more disappointed in than I was with Lonzo was Brandon Ingram. What did Magic say sitting here? What has he been talking to Brandon about? You got to go up stronger. Well, Brandon Ingram shot 3 for 15. And if he had finished off about 5 passes from Lonzo Ball, Lonzo would have had 5 more assists than he had.
Yep.
And did he not go up weak? Was that some weeks, you know what?
It was.
Yeah. You can't play like that. This is big boy basketball. And Brandon Ingram is in his 2nd year. So I was really disappointed in him. And then I was disappointed in Brook Lopez. And a guy I've respected, I know a lot of people call him bogus, but Andrew Bogut can rim protect. They got annihilated by Blake Griffin and DeAndre. What Blake have? 29 and 12. DeAndre Jordan had 24 rebounds.
20.
It was a mismatch in the paint. And yet, in the end, I still like this basketball team. And I still love this very young player. And I'm going to make one excuse for him that is valid. Because if LeBron James can use this excuse, then Lonzo deserves it today. Lonzo Ball missed the last 4 preseason games with a bad ankle. Well, LeBron tried to play in the one before the end, right? He played 30 minutes, but then he came to opening night, and what was the big hullabaloo about? I don't know if I can go.
He did.
It's a game-time decision. Then he plays 41 minutes, and then he says, I'm
not in the condition
He's not in condition. So can we give the kid a little break?
No.
He missed 4, and he's just starting. He's just a baby in the league, and he missed the last 4 exhibition games. So he's not game ready. He's not in game shape. And I was surprised that Luke Walton pulled him out. They were just down 2 late in the first quarter and sat him for almost 6 minutes. And when he came back in, they were down 10, and it was starting, the wheels were starting to fall off. So, again, he only played 29 minutes. Maybe he's just not game ready yet. But my final point is, I'm going to remind you, what happened in Lonzo's first game in the Summer League? Was it not an opening nightmare, that game? Remember that one when he shot 2 for 15 from the field and 1 for 11 from 3? And all I heard from various commentators was, he's a bust. He's an overrated product of his blowhard father. That's all I heard. And what happened after that? Help me out. What did your researcher tell you today? What happened the rest of the summer league?
Hold up.
I'm just asking you.
Those are your points.
Huh?
Those are your points.
Oh, all right. It's my
won
point.
MVP.
He won the MVP of the summer league after his opening nightmare. So guess what? I'm still gonna drive this bandwagon.
Skip, I agree with you. I am not surprised that he struggled. Patrick Beverley, and I said this, LeVar is writing checks that Lonzo's got to cash.
He's got to cash.
And you kept talking, and everybody said it from LeBron and Steph and KD and Michael Jordan and Magic. You make it very easy for guys to get up to play your son. And I knew Patrick Beverley was going to be up to play this game because he's already, like you said, he has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
But this was his debut. You're not going to be showing all your highlights because they still show LeBron's highlights on his debut when he played against Sacramento, and everybody's like, we know he's for real now. You look at what he's done going against Doug Christie, who was another great defender.
Yep. Patrick
Beverley, the way he's built, his mentality is, okay, I'm going to show you. It was his whole mission. Even if he didn't score a point.
I don't think he cared about his offense.
No.
And he shot one early air ball that was just ugly because his mind was on the other end of the floor.
And you see what he did early? He bumped into him. I'll take the foul.
It was a mess.
I will take it.
I know.
Hey, what you think about that? This is what I'm about to do to your son because you kept running your mouth, LeVar.
That's correct. It's like what big men do when they just goaltend early just to send a message, get that stuff out of here, right?
He was tight.
He was.
Being in L.A., being at home, playing his first game, real live NBA game, and going up against Patrick Beverley. This was the perfect storm. I expect him to get better, but I think he's going to struggle, Skip, because last night he went against a guy that can lock you down. But these other guys, point guards, can drop 50. The Kyries, the Steph Currys, the Connollys, the John Walls, the Lowrys, they can go hit you for buckets. So you got your work cut out. I understand they got KCP and they're going to want him.
And remember, he's suspended for the first 2 games, KCP off a DUI.
Right.
But he's their best perimeter defender. He's a veteran, tough guy.
Well, do you want him to guard Steph Curry or you want him to guard Klay Thompson?
Steph. No, he'll guard Steph.
Yeah. So is he going to guard Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan? He's going to have to guard somebody. And the thing in the NBA,
but everybody has that problem.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. The thing is that these guys that are really good, they can go get buckets. They're not system guys. Some guys you got to run off screens. You got to run the perfect. No, these guys can go get buckets. They can hit you one-on-one.
Yep.
So he's gonna have to play. And I get it. It's hard. He's 6'7".
Yep.
Because if you think about when Magic played, Magic really didn't guard the point guards. Byron Scott did.
He did.
So he's long and rangy, so he can't sit down in that chair and guard guys 94 feet, or he can't pick guys up from half court. But he's going to get tested. His dad put it out there. He's better than Steph. My boy's going to be better than LeBron. He's better than Russ. And so guys are like, okay, I'm going to see. It doesn't take much, like you said. Michael Jordan would imagine things, be it perceived or not, that someone had said, even though they didn't say it. He made it up in his mind. So even though LeVar was like, Magic says, I know what he's doing. He's trying to build a brand. I ain't got no problem with that. These guys take it as a slight. You talking about your boy in college, and he better than a 2-time MVP. Your boy in college, and he better than LeBron, who won 4 MVPs, or Russ, who's averaging a triple-double. So we're gonna see if your boy is good as you say he is. And last night, he was not. But Patrick Beverley is a guy, he don't take no BS from nobody. You remember in the playoff game when he undercut Russ, and Russ ended up hurting his knee and had to get surgery.
He didn't undercut me. Russ was trying to call it 26. He just snaked in.
Well, he sideswiped Russ's knee.
He did.
And Russ never forgot that.
Lost it in the rest of the playoffs.
And there's no love lost between those two guys. But Patrick Beverley is a guy, when you get guys like him that know what it's like they're not royalty. They weren't first-round draft picks. They don't have that great lineage. I had to go overseas. I had to prove myself. Cut here, there. And now, he goes out every game. You know you're going to get his absolute best effort because he knows what it's like not to be in the NBA, and he ain't trying to get back over in Greece and Russia. So when you play him, Lonzo, you better be on your best behavior because he's coming.
And I also got to give props to the Clippers because I said yesterday, I'm off their bandwagon. They looked really good last night. They still have a lot of firepower.
Are they
on that
really
team.
good, or the Lakers? Are you still standing by Lakers making the playoffs?
Heck, I'm going to back off after one game.
Why not?
There are 81 games
I
left.
might, you know what?
81. Now, you might back off, but I don't.
Oh, no. I already said they're not making the playoffs. They're not winning 40 games.
No, on your other teams, you just flip-flop.
No. DeAndre Jordan went 4 for 4 from the free throw line. LeBron might shoot 85% from the line.
I want to put a case of
Why you always trying to bet?
You say it and you won't back it up. Put your due where your mouth is.
I'll watch him tonight. He'd probably be 7 for 7 tonight. 11 starting the year out.
You think so?
Yeah.
Want to
No
put a case
miss.
of due on that?
Jeez.
Huh?
Skip. I mean, can the man get a rhythm?
Fantasizing.
Can he get a rhythm?
It's
Let him
just
get a rhythm.
delusional.
His conditioning. You know, when you get tired, your shot comes up short.
I know.
Okay.
See, that's what happened to Lonzo last night. He didn't have the conditioning, so he didn't have his legs.
19-year-old, and you took, he in year 15, he averaged the most minutes per game in year 14.
Iron Man. He's the fittest human on the planet.
That's what he tried to tell you.
Yeah. Who played the most minutes in the NBA last year?
LeBron.
Thank you.
And then after
Who
playing
played a game-high 41 minutes on whatever night it was, on opening night?
Bron
did.
and got more in the team.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be on a 30-minute restriction, and he played 41 minutes.
We were not letting Kyrie come into our house and get a win.
Okay.
That was not going to happen. How Kyrie looking, Skip? You think he might have a second thought about being away from old Bron?
I think he's having no second
Old
thoughts.
Big Bro took care of everything.
Well, he just lost his sidekick. You're not going
What
to
you
factor
mean?
that in?
He said he wanted to lead the team. Lead the team. You don't need no sidekick.
Well, you need somebody on the team.
LeBron ain't need nobody.
Well, now the Celtics are top-heavy as you know what. 'Cause it's Kyrie or bust.
All I know is
Right.
LeBron won 66 games with no sidekick. I mean, he had a sidekick. I'm talking about the sidekick like the vehicle. You remember the vehicle, the sidekick, Joe? You remember those? That before you.
I do.
You remember the sidekick
I
game?
definitely
Yeah,
remember.
that's what LeBron had. Won 66 games, then won another 63.
When are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
The first go-around in Cleveland?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. When they lost to the Spurs in 4?
I'm talking about his record, Skip.
Oh, okay.
Well, when I tell you what, when Kyrie get a team to the finals, then we'll talk about what he's going to do once he's
It's going to be a very long year for Lonzo. I think Patrick Beverley definitely, was speaking on behalf of the rest of the NBA with that showing up. But
Yes, he
LeVar
was.
did respond, and he said, who is Patrick Beverley? I mean, LeVar has a point, though. Would we be talking about Patrick Beverley today if he wasn't playing Lonzo? No. Probably not. So
But
maybe
he gonna talk about
LeVar's
he don't
right.
have his own shoe. He ain't his own boss. What they got to do with anything?
I don't know.
Skip?
Next, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.